Hey there everybody, DKF here from WiseFlightHeadquarters.com, and today we're taking a look at screenshots. Now, screenshots are a great way to show your work in progress, but sometimes you want something a little bit more refined for your final project release image, or some way to advertise, hey, look at all the really cool work I did on this particular aircraft. Now, what we can do in Blender is take a quick render of our current view. And it takes advantage of this button right here, the render this window. And it's right here at the bottom of your 3D view window. And if we go ahead and click that, you'll see that we have a render. Yeah, it's kind of cool. But there's a couple of things that are not so great about this. Number one, the blue background. It's kind of an odd color. Number two is, I zoom in here, the light there is showing blue rather than yellow. It's almost seeing through the fuselage. And same up here, we're getting a little bit of blue coming through the transparency. Well, this is something that we can fix. So here's how we're going to do it. First of all, let's change the size of our render. And if you look down here in the scene window, normally we have it in the editing section here, but if we go one over to scene, we have a bunch of different options here, but the thing that we're going to pay attention to is the size X and size Y. Now you can set this to whatever you want. You can go 2K, 4K, 5K, you know, really the sky's the limit. But for simplicity, let's click HD down here, and that will get us 1080p on our aspect ratio. Really quick and easy way to do that. Now let's take another look at this render. And you can see it's much bigger this time. There's a lot more details, but still we've got some parenting things there, some bleed through really, and over here as well. So let's take a look at that next. So really what we have to do here is figure out what the parent-child relationships need to be. And in this case, in order to make it look good, it doesn't actually have to stay this way, but it just needs to look good. So we can temporarily parent our light to the wing box here. So I'll add a parent there. And if we go to the side view, now we're not seeing through the fuselage. And that's exactly what we want. So let's take another quick render here. And you can see, hey, that was looking just like I wanted. Now notice here that we're kind of cropped. We're zoomed in normally, as you can see here in this main window. And we're kind of zoomed in and cropped here. The important thing to remember here is whatever you're showing in your window, in your 3D view window, that's what this quick render of this window is going to actually show you. And as we zoom back out, we can see, hey, everything comes back. So let's take care of a couple more things, specifically the background. Now, the background in the window in that render is blue. Let's make it black. How do we do that? First thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to our panel here, our button window, and we're going to select the shading option. And then we're going to come over to the right here and select world buttons. And you can see down here, this preview, the blue color is actually pretty similar to the blue in our background. So we're going to edit that. And we're going to do that by either mixing these sliders, which we can move to all black like that, or we could simply select this and select some other option. So let's click render again. And we see, hey, we got a nice black background there. So there's a couple things that we can do to spice up our screenshots. Number one, we can go and make wireframe views. Just like how we see it here. Voila, there it is in screenshot view. Or in the render rather. So we could actually go to wireframe and and preview that. And notice we didn't change the black world color. We just went over to wireframe and it got rid of the black background. That way you don't have black wireframe on black background. It's something automatic that Blender does for us. So now you may be thinking, well, great, we've got this render. Where's it saved to? Here's the catch. It's not saved anywhere. So what you're going to have to do is take a screenshot of this. However you position your model, we can have a really cool setup like this. And here it is. So however we position our model, it doesn't matter what view mode it's in, what background we've got selected, we can make things work really neatly. It doesn't matter if we're got some background grid views or something like that. They all go away once we are looking at this in the render. So this is a easy way to get some really high quality images of your work in progress model or your final model that you can go ahead and release. Now, I'm going to have a follow-up video to this talking about some post-processing options that you can do to make things look really interesting and try to make maybe something that looks like this. This was the release image for my F-35 pack, and you can see I've got the wireframe and also the shaded view screenshots in here, but I've done some inverting on the wireframe to make it look good. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video where I'll show you how to do this. Until next time, I hope you can get some great screenshots using this render preview, and I look forward to seeing them on Wise Flight headquarters.